our manager said, people, let's make an album before we all die. It's like, that's a fucking good title. Let's use that. That's great.
We are joined by Bard Torstensen for the Chronicles of Clawfinger.
All of the problems I face, and we started to this is where the stories roll. The Chronicles of Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, nays and thems, this week we bring you, quite frankly, a legend in the world of metal music. Here to tear you down with details about the band's brand new record, their first in 18 years, Before We All Die. Out today on release February 20th, they spend their career proving that rap and metal were meant to be linked together. Ladies and gents, put your hands together as we welcome a man who definitely isn't scum, because we are joined by Bard Torstensen for the Chronicles of Clawfinger.
Oh man, you can put nearly all the song titles in one sentence. That's pretty amazing.
I was trying to get going down like the Titanic in there, but I couldn't make it work.
Bard, before we really get started, how's your personal Tuesday been? How's your day been today?
I'm watching the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. I'm a sports nerd, so I'm really, I pretend to go to work and I sit and watch TV all day, and so it's really been a good day. A couple of gold medals for Norway and a silver medal and stuff, So yeah, I'm happy, Just in between the interviews now, I was just tuning into the big air, ski stuff, and I saw a Norwegian taking a gold medal again. So yeah, so that's my day today. I've been eating, shitting, and watching Olympics.
What a perfect day!
Perfect, yeah. What a Tuesday.
So, Bard, how we like to start these things, we like to take them right back to the days of youth. When you're a young wee lad, what did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been music for you? Was it something completely different, like skier? I don't know.
Well, I guess the first time I knew what I was going to be was to be a guitar player in a band. That's because the young years like from say 11, 12 and up till 16, 17 something, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, like this, and then suddenly a friend of mine said, hey, let's start a band. And we started playing in a band, it's like rehearsed blues for like 10 hours a day or something. And I was totally bitten, and it's like, this is what I'm going to do. And everything after that was like, I started to go to school just to make my parents shut up. I didn't want to go to that school, but they kept silent when I, they didn't nag me, when I was going to the school. I didn't do a shit at that school, And then after a while, started a band trying to make a profession out of it, but it took a long time, took like 12 years or something before the dream came true, I guess you can say.
In order to do
what
what
the question? I forgot the question.
Hey, you answered it. It was just, what did you want to be when you were growing up? So there you go.
Yeah, all right. That was it, yeah.
But in order to do what you do, you've got to have, obviously, a love for music, especially rock and metal music. Where did that love come from? Were your parents fans of this type of music or somewhere outside?
I remember the first time I really got a kick out of a song. I think it was Rock and Roll Music by the Beatles. Back in the late 60s when I was a kid, and it's like I heard this song, it's like, wow, shit, and something happened in my body. It was like goosebumps and, the whole package, So, and then my father bought some rockabilly records. He really liked rockabilly when he was a kid, and he was growing up in the 50s. And then he bought some records and I was listening to them. And I think I was bitten by music then also. I went to like a school brass band, but that was more like a social thing, with all my friends went there, but I think I got like some kind of musical fundament, out of playing in a brass band, even though I didn't like the music.
Because you're saying like playing in the brass band, you started out playing the blues. So who were your early influences when it comes to guitar?
I was like, I guess the first influence was Angus Young and Richie Blackmore, and Tony Iommi, of course. But like artistically, it was Jerry Lee Lewis. But he plays piano, and it's like I was really angry that I couldn't play guitar like he plays the piano. And it's not. It doesn't work, like this. It's like you can't compare. But I really wanted to be, this crazy artist that he was, because he was totally. I mean, he made the greatest live album ever, live at the Star Club in Hamburg. It's the best album ever live, So it's hard to connect, I wanted to play guitar like Jerry Lewis played piano, and it doesn't work. You can't say that, So yeah. But Richie Blackmore, Angus Young, I guess, was the first influences.
It's got this image of you sat there with a guitar, being like, "Why don't you sound like a piano?" Like,
yeah, exactly. Why doesn't it sound like Jerry Lee's piano?
Oh right, wrong instrument.
I can't play it with my heel.
Was your local scene quite big though when you were growing up, like with local bands? No.
Like I have to, to get a guitar amp, I need to drive like 300 kilometers, to buy an amp. It's like, I had to go to Oslo. I'm living in a small town south in Norway, and so I went to Oslo. I didn't know what to buy. I just have a lot of money with me. It's like, I want this. And I was like 17, and I had an idea what to choose, So I just bought. This looks cool. It's like a purple Marshall, and it's like a purple Marshall. When I look at it now, it's like it looks really silly, But I bought it, and I started playing in a band. We got together some friends, and it was like no bands playing hard music here, So yeah, that's the start of it.
I was going to ask because like around the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of the hard rock bands are coming out of America and the UK and things like that. So I wasn't sure if like Sweden, Norway had much of a scene back then. Obviously, everyone knows of Europe from back then, but other than that, I don't really know of any.
But what I was talking about now was the late 70s. Because I'm so old and I'm nearly dead. So so it's. But in the 80s, it started to happen. A lot of bands came up, even locally here, and we got some kind of a scene here. So even in the small towns, So 80s was very good. It really grew. It's a lot of bands coming up then.
Amazing. But let's talk about Clawfinger, because doing my research, did you guys meet in a hospital? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I moved to Sweden. I moved to Sweden, me and the other guitar player, and it's like we want to make a music career and like band career, and it's like we didn't know where to fucking begin. It's like we just went there, and somebody told us it's like the center of music in Scandinavia. If you make it out of there, it's much easier because you get respected, because you come out of Stockholm. And so we moved there, and of course we went broke, like totally flat broke. And it's like, we need to get a job. So it's like this hospital, we knew that this hospital, like they hired anybody, even us, It's like we went to the hospital, and it's like, what kind of experience do you have? Yeah, that's all right. You can start working here. And it's like, and then at the same floor, Jocke and Zach was working, So we met up, I was seeing Zach going in the corridors, like kicking like karate kicks in the roof and rapping. It's like, he sounds pretty good, cool. Maybe we should try to do our like heavy guitar riffs and make him rap on top of that. Maybe that's a good idea. Like Run DMC, Aerosmith, Anthrax, Public Enemy, and it was like. The third song, I think, is Epic by Fate No More, So it was no like full record with that kind of music. So it's like, why don't we try to do a record, a whole record instead of just a song and just like a concept, or like a funny thing, Let's make an album with this kind of music. So we started working in 1990 with trying to get this shit together. It was really difficult in the beginning. It's like, how do we do this? And after a while, we found our style, And in '92, I think, early '92, we got a record deal. We had some demos recorded, and we got a record deal. So and after that, we recorded the album, the first Deaf Dumb Blind, and released, and it went really well.
How did you go about getting your name out there? Because obviously the world's very different now. Social media, everyone can just post their songs online. But how did you get your name out there in the first place to get signed?
You mean to get a record deal or to the audience? We knew a publisher at Virgin Publishing. So it's like we made the songs and we made him go to the record company because he was kind of respected, It's like, okay, he comes from Virgin, so he had like some kind of a deal with us, If you get a deal, I'll get a percentage out of this, And so I think it was like 3 record companies that hooked on us because it was different, what we did. Yeah. Nobody did that, at that time. So I remember in the end of the recordings of Deaf Dumb Blind, some guy came into the studio. Hey, listen to this. It's a band called Rage Against the Machine. And the singer is also called Zach. And they do about the same thing that we do. What the fuck is happening here? And then it's like, okay, but let's just continue to do this. And then it was like, everybody wanted to be like Rage Against the Machine because it was the new shit at that time, and we had the record ready. So it's like, just release it and boom, like this. Because everybody wanted to do it. They didn't really know how to find, you need some time to make a new kind of style, So that's the beginning of it.
And it's amazing, like you guys hit the ground running. You released Deaf, Dumb and Blind, the debut single, I really can't say the name of, but it went mad, sold over 600,000 copies, toured with Anthrax, Alice in Chains. Like from meeting in a hospital, you couldn't have expected this to happen. Like that's madness.
It's really weird. It's a crazy story, really. And after then the drummer, he quit, so we had to find a new drummer. And all right. Who else in the hospital plays drums? I know a guy who's working, like a janitor. He's very, very good. So let's ask him then. So it's like we just recruited from the hospital again,
That's amazing. I thought you were joking then. I didn't think you were saying, no, we actually.
This is true.
But I meant to ask earlier, so where did the name Clawfinger come from?
It came from heaven. It was, me and the other guitar player, we were sitting, we were having all the demo tapes ready, and we had pictures taken and envelopes with like cassette tapes, It's like a stack of cassette tapes in envelopes. And we've tried for like 3 weeks to find a name for the band, and it didn't happen. And it's like, we were sitting there, it's like 10 minutes till the guy from Virgin would meet us, It's like, we have to find a name, come on now. Like this, and it's like, I think it was like, I can't remember, it's like a stupid name, and then it was Clawfinger just like popped up, Clawfinger, okay. And then I called the other guys that was at work at the hospital. It's like, what do you think? I think it was like Day of the Dog and Clawfinger. What do you think? Which one of these should we choose? I would go for Clawfinger. The other guy said, so, okay. So we just rushed back to the table and just wrote Clawfinger on all the envelopes. It's like, yeah, are we ready? Here you are. And then we say,
nothing like leaving it to the last minute, It's absolutely amazing. But we usually like to ask bands about lyrical content, inspiration for lyrics and stuff like that. But I think if anyone has heard Clawfinger, it's rather obvious you take inspiration for like social and political issues. But how important was it, especially in those early days, to use your platform to be like, we want to talk about this?
Well, this comes out of Zach, He's writing like 98-99% of the lyrics. Maybe some of us has like a song title or a line, so it's all Zach. He's the one that has this platform of ideas of how to make lyrics, But it really helps that we are, we agree on the political issues that he's stating, So it's so that makes it easier for the whole thing to develop, I guess.
It would make it quite awkward if he's written his lyrics. You're like, I don't actually agree with him on that one, but.
I mean, with sort of the whole rappings, rather, because obviously he's not singing, he's rapping. When it comes to actual songwriting, then does he come up with this is what I've got, this is the sort of melody or riff I've got in my head, or do you go, this is what we have, how can we attune this to what you've written?
Sometimes it's like I'm the guy who starts with sitting here riffing and making a drum beat, and this is a good riff, and then it's like I make maybe a second part to the riff, and then I can present it for him, and he could, if maybe he triggers on it, it's like he get an idea or not. Maybe sometimes I make a whole song, or maybe Jocke makes a song, or we together make some music, and he listens to it and he gets an idea and he starts writing and he puts like the vocals on it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's Jocke and Zach in the studio. It's like they together, just things happen, and they make the song both musically and lyrically as they work, So it's different from, it can be anything. But on a new record, Zach had some musical ideas, on a song, and that was cool. I think he had he made like a loop with like some kind of a bluesy thing, and it's turned out to be a song. Of course, we changed but I think we kept like the red thread that goes through the song, I think we kept his idea of this song, but that was nice that he made some musically as well.
Do you have moments of like a riff comes into your head, but you're in the shower or asleep or anything like that, and you're like, fuck, I need to write this down?
I'm so lazy sometimes. It's like I wake up at night. It's like, this is a good idea. Yes, I'm going to record it in the morning. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. And in the morning I get up and it's like, I can't remember anything. Oh, it's so fucking frustrating. So it's like, sometimes, I just, after learning this, I go down to the studio at night, when I wake up. Fuck sleep, let's record.
I love that. I just got visions of you still like singing into voice notes on your phone, not just getting out of bed and going to record it. But obviously you mentioned the new album, then first studio album in 18 years. Did that songwriting process we just talked about, did that change at all since like the last record, or was it like putting on an old pair of shoes. He's like, right, let's go. This is how we've always done it.
The process has changed because we are living very far away from each other. So it's like with internet the way it is now, we can work on a totally different way. You know, it's like usually I drove to Sweden 10 hours on Monday, worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, drove home at Friday, was home on the weekend, drove 10 hours to Stockholm again on Monday, and it's like, or flew over for 2 weeks and came back and we met together, but after 2006, 2007, when we didn't couldn't make a living out of it, it's like, because it's the record sale thing just fell apart, because of Napster and all that, So it's like, what do you want to do? It's like, do you want to stay on tour all the time, or do you want to find a job? That was the way it was, So we decided to make it semi-pro and just do all the fun stuff, all the good gigs and all the good paid gigs, and just I found work at a cultural house in my hometown and work with music, and so everybody did that, and then it was like we couldn't really find a way to make songs. It wasn't a priority, but after a while, like a little spark came, and we decided to make a song. So we met up in a hotel room, in Stockholm, and we made a song. And then I guess we got another spark, but then it was like the internet thing was like so easy to work, so we could send files back and forth, and make this song work really well. In the end, it's like Jocke is mixing. He's a really brilliant mixer, so he did a mix of the song, and then after that, it's like, oh, this is great, we can just continue do this, and we made another single, and then back in 2021 2022 something, we decided, hey, let's make an EP, because we have some songs now. You get more attention of an EP. And then it was like, our manager said, people, let's make an album before we all die. It's like, that's a fucking good title. Let's use that. That's great. And it's like, that's where the title came from, And
that's
then we
incredible.
started, thinking about what are all these lyrics, and we found some kind of way, a platform on making this record. And also, before we all die could mean something else too, because the world is like looking really scary these days. And so it's like a comment to that,
I was going to say, because it's been 18 years since the last record. I'd read that you went on a sort of hiatus around 2013. Was it just simply because of that, because you just couldn't do it full time anymore? So it's like, let's just do this when we feel like it.
Yeah.
What were you doing anything else musically in that time, or was it just, I've got a job now?
I'm the kind of guy that's I'm trying to make music every day. So I made like a band at home here, all the leftovers that didn't fit Clawfinger. It's like I started making songs out of them and made a band here, and and I play with 3 or 4 different bands locally here, as well. It's like it's in my blood to write songs and to play in a band, so I can do it on many stages.
Because I did my research for that, and I found this genre that I've never heard of in my life. Mm-hmm. What is ice skate country?
I watched the Olympics today. I'm really a big fan of speed skating. And
okay.
When I was 35, I decided I want to try this for myself. And I bought like this, you call it clap skates. It's like really like this long, and they have like they move like this. It's really professional stuff. And I bought like a phantom suit and everything. and I started to skate, but it's so fucking difficult. You should have seen it. You would laugh to death, It's like, I'm really crappy, but I really love speed skating. And I went, to the skating training 2 times a week. And I met a guy who, I wrote a song, he said, I wrote a song about speed skating. It's a country song. There's going to be like a skating session, and they want me to play it, in between, like when they prepare the ice and stuff. So okay, yeah, but I won't do it if you are standing beside me and playing guitar, I can do it. That's fine, I'll do it. I'll play guitar, I said. And then we just started making more songs, and we made a band. And it's like the concept is like all the songs is in Norwegian, and they have to be about speed skating, and the music should be country. And it's like, that's a fucking great, but maybe a little bit too narrow.
This is the most niche music I've ever heard in my life.
Like, it's fun here, It's like fun locally here. It's fun, but it's not for the rest of the world.
I just thought it was incredible. I was just curious to know what the hell it was.
Yeah, but it's I don't know how to. I mean, you have to be interested. You have to know something about speed skating, And speed skating is such a small sport, It's really, I wouldn't bother to try to translate the lyrics for you. You wouldn't understand shit about it anyway.
What you've told us, I imagine one of the songs is I tried it and it's really fucking hard.
Yeah.
But obviously, going back to Clawfinger, we mentioned the brand new album Before We All Die is out on Friday, which is when this interview is released, so it's out today, technically. If you watch this on Friday, how excited are you for the release?
I'm very excited, because we did this because this was something we wanted to do for ourselves. Let's make an album. It's not like we are going to conquer the world, It's not like that, It's like we'll be big in Japan, or whatever, But it's more like we got really good reviews, I'm really happy about it. So I'm really looking forward to this release, and I'm very, very happy about that we managed to do an album that people think are so good.
It is very good. I listened to it today. We were very fortunate to get a copy of it, and it's incredible. The way it starts with Scum as well. It's just like, oh, hello, new Clawfinger. They're back. Like, it's just such a great start to the record. Like, oh, it's absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
But because obviously you've released a few of these songs already. What's the feedback been like to the songs that have already been out?
It's been, okay, we released one single and it's like, yeah, this is really good. And it's like, okay, we release another single and it's not going, we are not going to get that the feedback again, and it's like, it seems like we're on a, way up, some kind of way, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it's been like scary positive, to put it that way. It's like, I think Zach, he wrote me today. Let me see here. He wrote me something today. I was sending him a review I found, on the net. And he said, that was really good, but now I'm really longing for a really bad review.
I feel like I should say it was terrible now, just to make Zach feel happy. But what I love about it as well is Zach sounds exactly the same. Like, his voice has not changed. It sounds incredible. You guys in the band, the music sounds absolutely. It's like you wouldn't have thought this was your first record in 18 years. Like, it's like you haven't missed a beat whatsoever. But do you have any particular favourite songs on the album, whether they're already out or ones people haven't heard yet?
Well, I like the song. I think my favourite on the album is the title track. The title track, Before We All Die, I guess that was one or two tracks that was like planned, otherwise, we make a lot of songs and we try to put them together as an album. But it was like, we need a title track. Let's try to make a title track. And we started working on that. And I made something square and, boring, I think. And then I sent it to Jokke. And he just, filled it up with like great like production and keyboards and choir and stuff, and so he produced it so well, and then it became a favorite. This song is like, we also made a video for it that's going to be released, I guess, on Friday.
Amazing.
Or I think I can repeat this, you can cut it out. It's like we made a video for Before We'll Die. It's going to be released today.
Like it.
But obviously, were there any external events or world situations that really influenced the songwriting on this record?
Well, of course, the wars. I mean, the Ukrainian war and the Palestinian. I'm getting so angry, when I see what's happening. And these days, I mean, Israel is now trying to take over the whole West Bank. It's like, you don't have papers on the land here, so we take it over. And some really right-wing radical people just move in with guns and stuff and just take over the land, And I'm getting so mad, I see it on TV. It's like I can nearly not watch it. I have to, just go somewhere else, and be angry. I have to cool down, it's like, So I think that's, for me, it's like we have a song about the wars as well, It's called Kill the Dream, it's called. And it's about the wars that's going on. And I also get really mad about the way that Mr. Putin is behaving, And it looks like the world is moving fucking backwards, It's like the evolution is going backwards.
Yep, and it seems to be all over the world in different places as well. It's not even one centralized thing. That's the more. Oh, it's just horrible. Really, you made me talking then. When I was listening to Scum, I was like, "Oh, I wonder who this song's about." And the lyric pops up: "Another pussy to grab." Yes, that's what you said. A small cock in your pants, no brain in your head. I was like, "Who could he be talking about?"
I have to think.
Yeah.
but obviously, you've said like this record is your most honest. What do you mean by that? Is it in like your honest opinion on things, or like the state of the world right now, like we were just saying, or is it something else, like the way you approached it? What do you mean by like it's the most honest record?
It's because we made a record because we wanted to make a record, not because we were pushed by anybody else. It's more like, let's do an album. Let's make these songs, And it's like, after the first album, it was like, you have to make another record now, fast, And it's like, okay, let's try to start working on a new album. And it's like, so I guess you can say that this album has developed, naturally, some kind of way.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's always bothered me in the music industry. It seems to be like, right, make a new record now. It's like, I need inspiration first.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I can imagine Zach being like, quick, someone piss me off. I need to write lyrics.
Yeah. But that's absolutely right. What you say there. It's but that's the way it is. If you're in the business, you want to get somewhere. It's like you. Oh, right. You can't be like. Don't release a record in 3 years. It's like you'll be forgotten then.
Yeah.
That's the way it was. I don't know how it is now because I'm so fucking old, so I don't understand all the new standards and systems. It's like we have to release 4 singles before the album comes out. What? And it's like, that's the way it is now. Okay. So it's like, a total different world these days. I have decided not to use so much energy to get into why. It's more like, okay, I'll do it if you say so, because the people that are working with us are young. They know, they know how this thing works, the record industry. But I'm very pleased that the record company, they said, hey, we want to make a CD and we want to make a vinyl. So it's like out on both CD and vinyl, So that's nice for old me.
I mean, I was going to ask, like, being 18 years in the last record, how's the process of making the album change? Did you do it all like distance, or did you go to a studio?
No, we made it distant all the way, And I guess, that's a different way to do it, but you can really, when I get some demos from Jokke, I can really sit by myself and try to, understand just by myself, and I can present ideas, back on it. And I guess vice versa, that when I send him tapes, he can use some time and he can melt it, yeah. So I think it was a very good process to do it that way. I think I would prefer to do that again, but I wouldn't mind meeting up in the studio as well, but I like the way we did it.
Did this record, did you push yourselves out of your comfort zones in any way? Like, and just say, let's try something completely new now with technology being the way it is, so advanced and that sort of thing? Or was it just pure, raw Clawfinger?
I didn't push myself out of a comfort zone. I mean, I don't know how to answer this, because it's, when I'm making the riffs, I make like 20 riffs and 19 of them are like crap, Yeah, but really, that's the way it is, And then this is one good riff out of 20, So it's I'm not in a comfort zone while playing, by making riff. This sounds okay. Okay, now you can have it. It's more like I push myself and I hate like 99% of what I do, and like 1% is like, I can use this. This is fine with me.
Yeah.
Good. So the comfort zone is like maybe a wrong word to describe it, I guess. But I understand what you're saying. Absolutely.
But do you have I guess you have a whole list on your laptop of just full of riffs that you don't use?
Yeah. And every like second day of Christmas, I go down here, I have a glass of cognac.
Yeah.
And I have a tradition of listening through all the riffs. And I'm sitting here and it's like, oh no. Oh, like this, It's so fucking bad. This is, why did I keep this? I have to throw it out, It's like I'm cleaning my hard drive every second day of Christmas.
I'd rather the drunker you get, the more you like them. You go, I love this one.
This is so good.
Oh, but looking back on like the career of 30 years, how would you compare this album to Deaf, Dumb and Blind? Like taking it back to where it all started.
Well, we didn't know what we were doing back then.
I love that answer.
Yeah, but it's, of course, experience, and we made a lot of mistakes and stuff, and we know some kind of way how to put together a record and to make a song and avoid all the traps and shit, and so I guess that way it's easier than making the first album.
Yeah. So you're playing a bunch of shows across Europe in the summer, a lot of festivals and stuff like that.
It's going to be, maybe 10, 12 festivals. And we have a tour in the fall going all over Central Europe.
Yeah.
But, it's I love it. That's why we're here. We still love this. If we didn't love playing these festivals or these gigs, we would never do this.
Because I've got Brutal Assault, I think, is one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Rock
I'm
the
looking forward
Lakes.
to that.
Yeah, Brutal Assault.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great festival.
That's in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
I've never been. Always wanted to go to the Czech Republic.
Yeah, go there. It's a really good festival.
But with such an extensive back catalogue, how would you make a set list? Especially with the new record coming.
It's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's like, and now we got even one more album. It's like, no. But it's, you have to sacrifice stuff, and really, now we have to play maybe a bunch of new songs, and we have to cut some of the, kill your darlings, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
So but it's also fun to see and to feel how the new songs grow on ourselves and on the audience. It's always good. So it's it's the way it is.
And I don't know if we could talk about it or if there's anything in the works in any way. UK tour?
No, I don't think so. We don't have UK on the schedule yet because it's like to get a tour together, you need to find the places that can pay you because I mean the tour bus these days cost like a fucking fortune,
Yeah.
So it's like we don't want to lose money on playing a tour, but you never say never, it's like we're gonna probably do a second leg of a tour, in 27 sometime, but I don't know anything about that yet. We don't have planned anything, but it's if this good atmosphere around the album is continuing happening, we will definitely do a leg in 2027 as well. We are starting to sell out the shows now, in Central Europe already. So it's like
amazing.
Yeah, we're getting there. So never say never.
The fans want it.
UK in.
Yeah, well, everything's crossed.
Yeah.
So, looking back, though, you've had this incredible career with Clawfinger and beyond. Do you have any particular standout moments or highlights, whether it be like a certain show, an experience you've had because of all this, whatever it may be? Is there something you look back and you go, "That was a good day at the office"?
Yeah, I think, when you first realize that this is for real, it's like you get the support tour for Alice in Chains, which is like everybody in the band's favorite band at that time. It's like we did a tour with them, and that was like fucking amazing. It's the best ever. Could see your favorite band every night. You played support for them, you hang out with them, and it was a time of my life, I think.
What an experience that must have been. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But with a career spanning over 30s, what do you hope Clawfinger's legacy is? What do you want to be remembered for when you do decide to finally call it a day? I went deep there, didn't I? Sorry.
Nah, but it's like, my attitude at life is more like, what is my legacy? I don't care, it's like more like what's happening here and now, and what I want to do. It's like when I'm dead, it takes like 5 seconds and nobody cares anymore. It's like what do they say? It's like the graveyard is full of people that are very needed. So it's like it's a life, and you have to live it the way it is, and the best you can, and try to be humble and respectful for the human beings around you, and try to live a good life without hurting anybody else.
Absolutely. And
So
such
I
a
don't care about legacy. I don't give a fuck about legacy.
fair, absolutely fair. And it's such an important message with everything going on, like we said earlier, just be nice to each other. It's
Yeah.
not hard.
No, it's not. Sometimes it can be hard, but you have to be it anyway. I think it's important.
Absolutely. 100%. But obviously, 8 studio albums, millions of albums sold. Is there anything else you want to achieve? Is there anything like on the bucket list of stuff you want to achieve now? Or is it just, I just want to make music with my friends?
Um, I don't really have a single thing that's like, oh, I would like to play in America or I want to play. It's more like having a good time with things that are happening right now, with a band, as long as possible. It's like what the guy in Spinal Tap said, having a good time all the time.
Yes. One of the greatest quotes ever. Absolutely incredible. But anyone that's listening to this, I like to always ask this question at the end because some people might be listening to this and be like, do you know what? I've never actually listened to Clawfinger, but I really want to listen to them now after listening to this conversation. What's, say, 3 Clawfinger songs you think really will give people an idea of what you guys are about if they've never heard you before?
Do What I Say, Truth, and Before We All Die.
I love Truth. I used to listen to that song all the time when I was a kid. Such a good song. Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I definitely do. Bud, when you made that journey to Sweden and started working in the hospital and then meeting everybody, etc., did you ever think that this is where you would be today?
No. I remember we were, Alan, the other guitar player, he's very, very he doesn't blow up things and he doesn't expect, everything to happen like this. He's very, what do you say, neutral. I don't know what the word, it's like, but it's like I remember we were sitting after mixing the record and he said, Bard, I think that this record at least gonna sell 5,000 copies, he said. And I said, what? Are you saying this? Yeah! And I was like, woo! We're gonna sell 5,000 records! So that was the expectations, It's like, wow, do you think we can really sell 5,000 records? That's amazing, So, yeah, I didn't really expect that, no, I didn't.
That's absolutely amazing.
We do this because it's fun. We want to do this. We love the lifestyle. We love the whole thing, It's like, that's why we do it.
Absolutely.
And spreading very important messages.
Yeah. That's what I absolutely love about you guys. You do it because you love it. You're getting that message out in the world and because it's fun. Because at the end of the day, getting together with your friends and making music, is there anything more fun than that? Like, it's
exactly. Great. And why not use like the possibility we have to spread a word, It's like, it's not like we're going to save the world, but it's like we can say what we mean and it's like it's going to be heard,
Absolutely. And there could be someone that hear that song and go, do you know what? I've never thought of it like that before.
I remember myself, back in 77 when I was 16 years old and the punk started and Sex Pistols and The Clash and The Damned and all these bands, I was like, it totally made me conscious,
Yeah.
It's something happened in my head, It's like I was starting to be some kind of way, have my adult own thoughts, not only what my parents told me is like, this is right or this is wrong, It's like I started to make my own mind up, because of John Lydon, the way he expressed himself, So for me, that's that's an important thing to try to do with this band. Maybe we can make somebody think as well, you know.
Absolutely.
But we are not out to save the world.
Absolutely incredible. But before we let you get out of it, plug social medias, websites. Where can people find you out in the world?
Well, we have a homepage and Facebook page, Instagram page. Just search for Clawfinger. You will find it, you know.
Really appreciate you taking the time out and chatting to us today. Everyone, this needs to go check out the album because it is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, my friend.
Incredible.
Take care of yourself.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
day. Enjoy the Olympics.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Truthful lies,